Welcome! This video shows ways to orchestrate management decisions to create a crop plan that's best for you. This is step 3, where we're going to spend a good bit of time. Our goal is to create a well-thought-out plan as efficiently as possible. The first time through step 3, there's a lot of ground to cover. We'll just hover over step 3 for now. Then, in the next 3 training videos, we'll do a deep dive into the ways to improve on each of our 3 management objectives. After you have a baseline plan, there are several paths you can take. Within each path, there are multiple ways to improve each management objective. Depending on your operation, some of these will be relevant, while others not. In any case, these decisions are management levers mostly under your control. These levers can be pulled individually or in combination. Profitability, risk, and asset use are all related in our farm model, so every action has multiple reactions. The main thing is to keep track of what you've changed so you don't get lost when you're comparing one strategy to another. Don't forget that prices, yields, and production costs are only changed during scenario analysis. For a valid comparison, all strategies must have the same crop yields, prices, and production costs. Pick a path based on your priority. It's only a starting point. Planning does not normally follow a straight line. Many users start down the path looking for ways to increase income. Then analyze risk, then analyze asset use. Let's look at each path, starting with estimated income. Here are 6 ways to analyze increasing income. Number 1, change crop acreage limits to plant more land in more profitable crops and less land in less profitable crops. Number 2, change crop and field choices if you're planning by fields to create more possible crops and fields and acreage combinations. Number 3, split fields if you're planning by fields to create more possible crop, field, and acreage combinations. Number 4, increase critical resources. Land and capital are normally the 2 limiting resources. There may be other resources limiting income potential. Number 5, add or increase forward sales for 1 or more crops, assuming good prices are being offered and you can deliver the crop. Number 6, add or change to more profitable crops if this is an option. Here are 6 ways to analyze and manage risk. Number 1, decrease working capital or other resources to reduce exposure if there is not a proportional reduction in estimated income. Number 2, change crop acreage limits to increase diversification. This can be a useful approach if some crops have much more uncertainty in forecasted income. Number 3, reduce high-risk crops which may have higher production costs and/or higher variability in estimated income due to uncertainty in prices, yields, or production costs. This is closely related to number 1 and number 2. Number 4, add or increase forward sales for 1 or more crops by increasing the percentage of estimated income forward sold. Exchanging market risk for production risk may require buying up on crop insurance. Number 5, evaluate adding another crop to diversify agronomic risk using various approaches such as staggering critical growth stages, using multiple varieties, different amounts of fertilizer, etc. Number 6, evaluate crop insurance products. Planting Profits is currently incorporating crop insurance into the planning process and our software. Here are 5 ways to analyze and manage asset use. Number 1, decrease resources such as water, labor, fertilizer, chemicals, equipment, storage, and evaluate the impact on estimated income. If a critical resource was not originally included in your plan, you may want to add it now, otherwise it can't be analyzed. If you add a new resource, you'll have to create a new baseline. Number 2, add or change crops by evaluating adding cover crops, green fertilizers, or other beneficial crops, either in addition to or as substitution for other crops under consideration. Analyzing estimated income, plus or minus, from some of these crops and practices can be challenging. Number 3, change crop acreage limits and/or crop field combinations to evaluate a different crop mix that has more conservation benefits. Number 4, add a new crop to evaluate a different cropping system, such as different tillage methods or other conservation practices. Number 5, change crop and field choices to consider a more agronomic and ecologically beneficial cropping pattern. This has multi-year implications that make analyzing this challenging, since assumptions about crop prices, yields, and production costs must be made for several years out. Depending on which management decisions you want to change, there are a couple of ways to do this. Resources and crop limits can be changed using the input pages or the sensitivity analysis toolset as shown in the sensitivity analysis training video. All other changes, such as rotations and forward sales, are made through the input pages. As a reminder, crop yields, prices, and production costs are only changed during scenario analysis. For a valid comparison, all strategies must have the same crop yields, prices, and production costs. This one-page summary shows ways individual and combinations of management decisions can drive management objectives. Download a copy from the Learning Center. The next 3 training videos provide guidance and examples focusing on Step 3, analyzing ways to increase income, analyzing and managing risk, and analyzing and managing asset use. Thank you for your time. For more information, please go to www.plantingprofits.com.